Hello. Hello. Okay, let me I didn't actually open the game, did I? I just brought up the menu. Okay, let me open up Virtue's Last Reward real quick. And then I can move it into position before all the music starts and shit. There we go. Okay. And then I'll switch it over. Then I'll switch it over. Come on, Streamlabs. Ah, thank you. Okay. And there we go. Let me just get my windows up together. We should be good. Now, before we get too far into this, let me just get Streamlabs up and make sure the sound is coming through. It is. Okay. And so with that, let's go. Put my mouse out of the way as well. I'm using my controller for this. There we go. I'll unplug that as well. Now it should be charged enough for the stream. Had it plugged in for a good hour. So yeah, hello, and welcome back to my playthrough of Virtue's Last Reward. Now last time, we managed to get Temyoji's ending. Which one's the latest save? This one. Okay. Managed to get Temyoji's ending after finally unlocking the block in that path. Now, where are we now? What is this room? The rec room. Okay. Well, let's have a look at our flowchart before we get going, just so we can see what we did last session. So last session we started here at the red door, and we came down to this continue point where we died, gave up our life so that Quark could live. And in doing something on this path, I think it was the puzzle room, we unlocked this point which allowed us to get Temyoji's ending and a bad ending. I forget what the bad ending was, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, so before we continue, let me just check my sound levels. I think it's already too late. Levels? Yeah, it is already too late, fuck that. Okay, let me just test this out now properly, because we've got loud music playing. I just want to see how I'm sounding. I don't want to be drowned out in the music or whatever. I just want to see how I'm sounding. I don't want to be drowned out in the music or whatever. I just want to see how I'm sounding. Okay. I can bring that down a little bit. I can't bring it down any further in game though, so what I'm going to have to do is just do it through the volume mixer. So just give me 1 second, I'm just going to put that down a little. Ooh. There we go. And that should do it. That should do it, really. Because a lot of the music isn't that loud anyway. Okay, so let's get this back together then. Where is the last window? Here it is. Okay. God damn it. Okay, so, well, without further ado, let's get into this rec room then. This is where we got up to last time. Oh, where are we? Yeah, so after we got that ending, we took this route. I forget who we went with Alice, wasn't it? No, Luna. We went with Luna through the magenta door. Then I wanted to go the other route down here with, I can't remember who it was with, but it was someone else. But Kay would not let us go that way and forced us to go with him. So we went with Kay into the rec room, and this is where we're at now. So let's do this. Let's get into this rec room and do this. Let's have a look around. First of all, what is that? Is that something on the cloth, or is that something missing from the cloth? A pool table, huh? It looks as though a piece of felt has been torn off. Some of the felt has been torn off. Okay, so that's that. Anything down there? The ball retrieval slot. Yeah, that's where the balls go. That's where the balls that go into the pockets come out. Okay. So I guess we got to do something with this. Hey Alice, what's the deal with that screen over the pool table? I think it's a scoreboard. Okay, so that's all we're getting from that. Anything on the back? Nope. Okay, so pool table, obviously there's something we need to do with that, but we don't know quite what just yet. So let's just... Okay, so we're just making circles around the pool table. So let's just start from here and see what we got. What's this supposed to be a picture of? They're those balls from that kids show, right? If you collect 7 of them, then you can get a wish. They are not Dragon Balls, Alice, come on now. There's more than twice that here. Oh, then it's the set of billiard balls. Then... Look, I think it's probably a hint. Just grab it and bring it with you. Okay, so we've got a poster on the pool balls. Let's have a look at that. I'm guessing that's the formation we need to put the balls into then. Or at least some hint as to some answer elsewhere. But I'm guessing it's more obviously going to be the balls. Okay, so we got that. We keep that. We can look at that whenever. So let's just carry on around the room. Is that part of the exit there, or is that something we can do? Oh, no, that is something we can do. Now, did that reveal anything at all? Does anything look changed? I think those screens weren't on before. Let's press that again if we can. And see if it changes the screens. Oh no, the screens were on. Okay, well before we go interacting with anything, changing it all up, let's look at everything once over. There we go, billiard balls. If we can find the triangle thing that the balls go into, we can put them in that order. Are those pool balls? They look rather odd though. Aren't pool balls usually painted a variety of colours? These appear to all be white, although they are numbered. Well, might as well try using them with the table. Yeah, we can try that. Oh, we've got the felt from the table. We can try that though once we've examined everything. Huh. I wonder why this felt is damp. Presumably because it has been soaked in something. Huh. Okay. Oh, soaked in luminol, isn't it? Okay. It's a mini fridge, like the ones college students have. Usually they're full of cheap beer. This one's filled with luminol. Looks like these are all the same thing. Do you think we're supposed to pick the right bottles or something? I hope not, they all look exactly the same to me. Then just take whichever one you want. Okay. This is luminol. And it must be luminol spray. It reacts with certain things, such as blood, and glows with a very faint bluish-white light. It's often used in forensic investigations. Huh. What are we supposed to do with it? Maybe you could spray it onto the pool table. The pool table? Why? When I was examining it earlier, I noticed a few areas where it looked like something had been wiped off. If it was blood... Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of shit we can interact with the pool table, but before we do that, we need to carry on looking at what else there is here. Okay, what is that before we interact with that janky ass darts board? Come on, let me go there. Can I not? There we go. I'm sorry, but treble 20, yeah. Oh my god, that darts board is so weird. Does this explain how darts works? Apparently. I wonder if these are instructions for the darts scoreboard here. Are these the rules darts normally uses? No, they're not. I have no idea. Isn't darts just a way to flirt with girls? I guess some people use it that way, but darts is a legitimate and dignified indoor sport for gentlemen. What? Where you compete to see how many girls you can get? What the hell happened to you? Okay, so now we got a poster for darts. So it's just like the smaller the target, the bigger the number up to a treble. Just like normal darts, but it's just weird and laid out weirdly. But we don't have any actual darts, so let's interact with this. An automatic scoreboard, huh? Nice. If we had some darts, we could play a game or two. But we don't. So, okay, let's interact with these knights then, shall we? This guy is holding something. A pool cue. Ah, a pool cue. Why was the suit of armor holding a pool cue? Perhaps it is not an ordinary cue. The butt end is a little weird. It's got a hexagonal hole on the top. Hexagonal hole on the tip. Which tip did you mean? Ah, the other tip, okay. So I guess that fits into something then? Or something fits into it? Were you planning to give this suit of armor the pool cue? I don't think that would be appropriate. The cue stick is meant for more important things. Perhaps you should hold on to it for now. I guess I'll just take the weapon it's holding then. Well, I was meaning to examine it actually, but okay. This is a spear. More specifically, it is a charging spear for use from a horseback. Even more specifically, it is a lance. You see how the tip is pointed? As you may have surmised, it was used primarily as a piercing weapon. Let's empty our hands and examine them. Armor, huh? Yeah. Is this guy holding a shield with glass on it? It's a clock, okay. Oh no, it's an Allen key inside a fucking thing. Hey, doesn't it look like there's something under the glass? Yeah, hard to tell what it is from here though. And we can't get to it as long as it's covered in glass. What about the axe though? There's our axe. Ah, a labrise. Perhaps I should just call it an axe. In any event, it is a European weapon with a bilaterally symmetrical blade. And a trident. This is for catching fish, right? Originally, yes. I believe this is a slightly modified version though. It's known as a trident. Oh, okay, so we gotta put them in the right order? Okay, that's weird. We'll need to work that one out then. This looks like some sort of control panel. There's something on the screen. Rectangular button turns stage lights on and off. Circular button activates armor. Huh. There's a triangle in the middle of the circular button. I'm gonna push it. I didn't give it anything to hold, so it just moved its arm. Okay, so that one wants to hold the... Whoops. Well, first of all, let's look at that. There you go, darts. I want to give that dude the axe, because that looked like an axe swing in motion if I've ever seen one. So the lights turn on when you press the rectangular button. I wouldn't think we'd be able to see any distinct shadows with the room lights on, but it seems a little odd that we can't see any shadows. Should we turn off the room lights? I believe the switch is near the exit. Yeah, but I want to... There we go. Now let's switch off those room lights. Now that we can see what that is to do. Okay. Let's have a look then. Now let's try press and play now that he's holding something, because it might just smash open the glass. Control panel, looks like it says something on the screen. Rectangular button. Yeah. Why isn't it working now? That's weird. Will it not let me do it until it's all done now? Come on now. I guess not. There are 2 circles of light. You'd like to get... There are 2 circles of light like you get from a spotlight on the back wall of a stage. The light doesn't seem to be hitting the suits of armor. How's it casting shadows then? Huh. Well, I suggest we turn the lights back on and press the circular button on the control panel. Perhaps that will illuminate our solution. Okay, so it won't work until the lights are on. This feels like a pretty convoluted puzzle. Now let's try it. And push. There we go, we smashed it. Oh! The shield! The glass is broken. So let's... We can get that thing in the shield now, right? Yeah, let's grab it. An Allen wrench. Which should go in the pool cue, right? It had a hexagonal hole. Let's try that. Yeah, okay, so we've got a key with a circular tip. And the pool cue is done with, it's just gone. Okay. So if we see something with a hexagonal hole that we need to deal with, then we can do that. Ooh, okay. What is this? My god! This deer must have phased halfway through the wall and then gotten stuck. How horrific! That's just a mounted head. It's a decoration. Ah. I did think it had extraordinarily long legs. Okay, what the fuck? How does his mind go there first? An outlet. Okay, that's all we're getting from that. Then let's have a look at this. Oh! Go on, plug this in. Okay, maybe I have to interact with this first before they realise it needs to be plugged in. Nothing happens when I push the button. Why don't you hit it? A little damage might make it more flexible. What the hell kind of logic is that? If being locked means it's working correctly, then if it's not working correctly, it won't be locked. Nope. If we break it completely, then we're boned. What an astute observation. Is Kay just a big idiot? So this whole time I get the impression that he's not, but I guess he probably is. Nothing happens when I push the button. Because it's not plugged in. How do they not realise this? The coin slot. Come on, let me... God damn it. Okay, I guess we can't plug it in. Then we just gotta wait until something activates and they figure it out. There's a round indentation inside this frame. Perhaps something round goes in it. Can I use the Allen wrench on it? No. Huh? Why won't it open? There's something in there, but we can't take it out if it won't open. The frame cover is locked, I can't get it open. What about that big red button there? Or is that a light or something? Okay, so I don't know what these are for then. I guess I'll find some plates or something to put in them. Oh, an extension cable. It looks like this extension cord is plugged into the ride, but I'm not sure why. What do you mean? It's probably there so the ride can get power. That's not what I mean. There's way too much slack. Doesn't it look like the ride's power cable is long enough without the extension cord? Then let's take the extension cable with us. Don't forget to plug the ride back into the outlet. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Let's use that extension cord over here then. No? Not at all? Okay. Oh, how nostalgic. This is a jukebox. It plays an old form of music media known as a record. With the push of a few buttons, you can listen to your favorite songs. Looks like it's not plugged in. There's an outlet over there, but I don't think the cable is long enough. It won't reach? Doesn't look like it. Guess we can't use the jukebox right now. Wait, Sigma. I think you've got the solution right there. Indeed. You might say, extend the reach of the jukebox cable. Now get to it. I'm trying to. If I connect this extension cord to the power cable, then plug it into the outlet. And we got a jukebox. Okay, now let's try looking at this thing. The extension cord is connected and plugged in. Unfortunately, it seems that this isn't quite enough. I believe we'll need to insert a coin before the machine will operate. Which we'll get from the ride, maybe use the Allen key to open it up. Yeah, there it is, it looks like it. Let's examine this first though. It's one of those rides like you see in front of the grocery store. It looks like Zero Jr. I get the feeling someone's laughing at us. I don't like it. Okay, let's get my Allen key out. Alright, this tool I've got here should fit the keyhole here. It took a bit of work to make, but yes, the tip does look remarkably similar. Okay, here we go. It opened. And let us take a look inside. Coins! There we go. No, I was all excited about finally being rich after we found these in here, but they don't look right. I agree. The markings are strange. I have a feeling they only work on this ride. That seems likely. In any event, we may as well take a few of them. I have a feeling they also work on the jukebox as well, so... These are the coins we borrowed from the ride. I don't know if they have any actual value, but they may be useful elsewhere in the room. It may indeed. Now what did they say about the lion? Oh, are you planning to put a coin in there? Yeah, I figure if I put a coin in here, then maybe it'll start up, right? Okay, I'll just drop a coin in and... Oh my god! Oh my god. Okay. Where the hell are you riding it? Ah! Look at me go. I can't watch this. There is no god. Oh my god. Hey, Sigma. Alice. He's waving at us now. Alice, what's going on? I'm scared. I'm not watching. This isn't happening. Everything is fine. Huh? What was that? It seems to have taken a picture. Hooray! Oh my god, I was not expecting that to happen. Ah, that was delightful. Now, where is that photograph? Ah, there we are. Excellent. I give this to you as a memento of our time together, Sigma. I don't really... Just holding it makes me feel wrong. No, that's hardly necessary. Oh my god. Well. That's a handsome fellow there, isn't it? I would have very much liked to give these out to the others, but it seems I can't print any more. Terribly disappointing. Oh? Wait, there's something written on the back. Z9, D1. I wonder what that means. Okay, that'll be for the jukebox then. And before we go there, nah, there's just a safe on the floor. So let's go interact with that jukebox then. What was it, Z9D4 or D4? Z9D1. Okay, so first things first, let's put a coin in. Okay, now to put a coin in here. The button's lit up. Guess it's on now. I mean, did the buttons light up? Because they look the same to me. Anyway, Z9. There's a gold record sitting in the jukebox. Let's take that. It looks like someone's gone gold. I don't think it's actually gold. And what was it? D1, I think it was. There's a gold record sitting in the jukebox. A gold coloured record. Okay, so now we got some records we can interact with on this. I guess if we put them both in. There we go, looks good. Oh yeah, green light. I guess if we put these in here, then it'll unlock the middle one. Huh? Did you hear something? Look, the light on the frame in the middle is green now. Brilliant. Oh, yeah, so it is. I'm guessing that means it might have unlocked. What's this thing? It's a box with darts in it, isn't it? A case for darts. There are 3 things in it that look like darts. They don't have tips though. Just the shaft and fletching. It looks like there's some kind of picture inside the case. And have you noticed those markings in the lid? We can worry about that later. Right now, I think we should focus on making complete darts. Can I open that? The case contains some... Have I got anything I can use with that to break it open? Like maybe this? Who knows? I can just fucking spear it open. No. What about the trident then? Again, I doubt it, but... Nope. I'm not sure then. Well, first things first, I can interact with the pool table. Come on. I can interact with the pool table. And then... Damn it. Okay, let's get the green felt and put that on. Ah, that's why we need the green felt, isn't it? So that when we spray the luminol on the table, it's the full thing. Ah, look at your piece of felt, I see. Yeah, I was thinking about trying to fit it into this bare spot on the pool table. And there. Okay. And so now I guess it's the luminol. There it is. Okay. Now to spray this table with luminol. Oh, we're gonna have to turn off the light, aren't we? Thank you, Ace Attorney, for teaching me about luminol. Okay, now let's have a look. There we go. A, B, C, D, so what do we do with that information? What other items do we have that we can use? I mean, we've got these, but we don't have like a triangle to put them in or anything. I guess we can just try using these on the table and see what happens. Pool table seems like a natural place to use pool balls. No, it's too dark. I don't know what might happen to them. For God's sake, this light mechanic is annoying. Just fucking... There we go. Let's get all the way up and then turn around so that I can use it. Okay, now let's try using the balls on the table. Alright, what am I supposed to do with these white balls? Maybe you need to drop them into the pockets on the pool table. Oh god. It's gonna force me to if I can remember it. Oh, I've already forgotten which one was which. Okay, let's switch the lights now we know what we're doing with them. Place each of the 6 balls into the correct pockets in the following order. A, B, C, D, E, F. 6 balls. I've got 8 balls there, unless that's for like the gold file puzzle. Specific balls must go in specific pockets. For instance, ball A would need to go into pocket A and so forth. Oh, okay, so I need to find out what ball is for which hole. Press the X button to grab a ball, then drag the ball to the desired pocket and release it to drop it. Selecting the yellow triangle will allow you to switch which ball group is displayed, either 1 to 9 or 9 to 15. Right, let's give it a try. Now what we can do for a start, which one is it, the billiards poster, I'm guessing like each letter hole corresponds with the actual colour of the balls here, which are marked, so we can look at that and work that out as we go. And I guess it's just a 1 in 2 chance. It's a purple ball? Purple, orange, blue, green, yellow. Purple, ooh. Purple, orange, blue, green, yellow. Yeah, there's balls for every colour there. So what we can do before we get into that, damn, they're good. I don't get it. I do get it. At least I think I get it. I'm going to turn off the light now so we can make note of where the A, B, C, D, and E are. Oh, and the F, I guess. Okay, so can I draw a memo on this? I can. Okay, so A, C, A, F, D, B, E. God damn it. There we go. So we go. Actually, let me switch to mouse mode for this. So we go C. Not that this is going to be much better. Let me turn down the sensitivity. C, A, F, D, and B, C. There we go. Now let's get this mouse out of here. Come on. Why aren't you working? Bit desync now. Okay, there we go. Actually, I'm just going to plug that in real quick because it is running low on power. Okay. I'll do it. So let's return to this puzzle. So we got our letters marked off on the memo. So let's switch the light back on and over to this. Right, now let's look at this memo. The billiards poster. So 1 and 9 are yellow. So B and F, I guess. How do we determine which of the 2 balls? How do I get up the memo over there? Like that, okay. 1 and 9 are yellow, so that's B and F. So the bottom left 2. B and F. Or do I just put like all of the balls in through those colours? Huh? Why did A? Why did what? Huh? Oh. Let me just try that again. Yeah, okay, so it just... Okay. So I need to put the balls then in order of these, and I can't just put them into the right pockets straight away, okay. So 4 and 12 then, I guess. So 4? Oh wait, where was A? So I need ball 4 through the top right. Ah, see, look, that looks correct. And then B is bottom left, which was 1 and 9, right? So that's, yeah, that's lit up as well. C is bottom right. Ooh, bottom right. Colour was it? Orange. 5. God damn it. So, do I just have to restart the whole thing? Because that wasn't it. So it's not 5. Okay. So 4 was A, wasn't it? Which was up here. Yeah. Then I used number 1 down here. And what was the other orange one? 13. So let's put 13 in there instead. Did I have it in the right hole? Yeah, bottom right. 13 in the bottom right. Why wouldn't that one work? Do I have this wrong? Maybe it was F instead of C. Oh yeah, it was E. I don't know why I've got C twice. Well, fuck. That's just me being dumb. Okay, so that was 4. That was 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, good. And then we want, let's try 5 in the actual C up here. And that didn't work. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. Four. 1. Then we go 13. Okay, that works, I guess. But why is... Oh, okay. I see where I was getting it wrong then. It's obvious. It's showing the shape of the ball in the actual thing. So D, I want solid blue, which is 2. So I want to put 2 into middle right. I need solid green, then other yellow, so I need 6, then 9 for E and F. So E is bottom right, 6, and then for 9 I need F, which I think is top left. No, it's middle left. And that should do it. There we go. Puzzle completed. Ha, that was easy. It looks like something came out of the ball retrieval slot. You see? Down here. What is this? It'd be the tips of the darts, wouldn't it? Yeah. Some sort of container, huh? There's something inside. Why don't you take it out? Sounds like a good idea. I'll just hang on to this then. Okay, so let's combine the dart tips with the dart case. There we go. Excellent. You've completed the darts. Well, now that we have darts, there's only two things we can do with them. Either we frame them at a dartboard, or we frame them at the picture of a boss we didn't like, or a picture of a friend of ours being really creepy and weird. Well, I haven't found any pictures of undesirable bosses, or indeed bosses of any kind. Then it looks like we can narrow things down a bit. But what score do we want on a darts board? I guess we want to get the 180. Get a score of 91, okay. Now this would be difficult, because this isn't a dartboard that I'm used to. Is this like a Japanese dartboard or something? So yeah, I know how darts works. Okay, so we need to get 91 using singles, doubles, and trebles. But we need... okay. Oh, okay, I got it. So that is 40, 80, and 91. Oh wait, was I not allowed to use more than one of the same thing? Let me look. Looks like I won't be getting very far just from tossing randomly. We may have to use our heads a bit for this one. Get a score of 91 with 3 darts. Keep in mind, however, the score for each area must have a specific relationship to the other scores. Toss a dart into each area to reach the correct point value. To throw a dart at the particular area, grab it by pressing it. What does it mean by a specific relationship? So it's got to be like all greens, or all reds, or all blues? I don't know. Okay, let me work this out a little then. So how do I think going with the 2 times 20. Oh yeah, I gotta drag it, haven't I? I think going with that is a good shout, because that'll give us a good 40, which is nearly half of what we need. I think treble 20 would be too much. Or maybe not, but I don't know, because we've got like 17s and 13s and shit. Okay, let's work this out. So if we get 40 plus 22, 33, so we get 77 if we do a treble 11 as well. Which leaves us with 14 more. No, 18 more. Wait. I'm just going in circles here. Let me... Okay, so we need 91, which is... Yeah, so we need 18 more. Is there a 9? There is a 9. We can do the 6. I'm just confusing myself here. I think we're on the right track there, though. I just gotta hit the right area. Oh, no, I don't want that. They have to be the same color. Did I just mix up the colors? Oh, I did mix them up. Okay. So I was right. I just mixed up the 6 and the 9 because they're like around the side and it just tripped me out. Good work. Looks like you got it. Well done, Sigma. Look, the screen has changed. Oh, is that it? Are we done? Okay, we got our save password then. How do we get the gold file password then? Is this the password? Oh, well done. This must be for the safe. You did it! Yeah, okay, so we got the safe password, but how do we... Where do we begin with the gold file password? Maybe I gotta do this in a different way? I still have weapons and shit there. What were those even for? I'm so confused. I don't know, I'm just thinking that maybe if I just add these up in a different way it will work still. And give us the other password. So let's try that. So I do have another idea. Then we can go like 217s. And we just need a green that'll fit and give us the last 24. So 3 8s? Yeah. Okay. Huh, okay, so we didn't need all the extra shit. My hunch was just right. That's weird. So why did it give us all this extra weapon? Oh, I guess to throw us off with the battle axe thing. And I just guessed it right away because it looked like he was swinging an axe. Well, I guess that will make sense. You tried a different solution this time, I see. Yeah, I did. Looks like it all worked out. See? The screen changed. Okay, so now we've got both passwords, so let's get our gold file one. This one's different. A new password? Okay, so let's use the gold password on here. A safe. It looks just like the one I found in the last room. Putting in a password should open it up. Assuming it does work the same. So what was our password? Moon, sun and stars. Okay, so now let's see what's in this gold file. Huh. Piece of cake. Secret, okay. Here it is, wound 1. 4th intercostal left, between the 4th and 5th ribs on the upper left chest. Stab wound, a wound caused by a knife or other sharp object. Wound margin clean, continuous. The wound margins are consistent with a stab wound. Wound angles 1 sharp, 1 blunt. This is consistent with a knife wound. Most knives have 1 sharp cutting edge and 1 flat edge, which would produce this wound profile. What wound are we talking about here? There's been several wounds that we've looked at. Wound cavity, the depth of the wound. Frequently this will match the length of the blade used. Wound length, the length, long ways of the wound left in the epidermis. Usually this corresponds with the weight of the blade, the height of the blade, sorry. Wound width, blunt angle, the width of the blunt angle of the wound. Usually this corresponds roughly to the width of the knife blade, allowing for elasticity of the skin. Coroner. Not to be confused with a coroner, a coroner is a government official who assists law enforcement by investigating the causes of death and dealing with the paperwork and logistics surrounding corpses. It can also be used colloquially to refer to someone who performs these duties, whether or not they are actually employed by the government. Autopsy. An autopsy is a post-mortem surgery that examines a body in detail to determine the cause of death and evaluate any diseases or injuries that might be present. It is also super gross. I mean, yeah, it is. Luminol mixture is an organic compound with the chemical formula CaH7N3O2. When mixed with hydroxide salt and hydrogen peroxide, it will glow blue when it comes into contact with blood and certain other substances. Excuse me. This property has made it a useful tool in criminal investigations where it can reveal blood stains that have been cleaned up. Keep this in mind the next time you're contemplating how to deal with the neighbours listening to death metal at 3 in the morning. Bracelet 2. At first glance, Kay's bracelet seems different from the others. Specifically, it appears to be attached to his suit. Although the design is slightly different, it is not part of this suit. Hey hey! The bracelet is attached directly to his wrist, and with the face looking out through a hole in his armour. Just like the other bracelets, it will only come off when he escapes or when his heart stops beating. How's it going, Vermilion? Generalized amnesia. A memory condition where the sufferer retains knowledge, such as, I guess, language, social common sense, and so on, but memories of their own past and personality disappear. Its cause is usually psychological, but in rare cases it can be caused by serious head trauma. Kay suggested that an extremely painful breakup might have been the cause of his condition, but generalized amnesia usually requires a much more powerful trigger than breaking up with someone. In fact, a painful breakup often has the opposite effect. You want desperately to forget, but find that to be impossible, which leads to all sorts of other mental disorders, or so the person sitting behind me says. Okay, so that is our new gold file. All done and dusted. Now let's actually get the exit key. There it is. Sun, sun, star. Let's put that in. And star. Yeah. Alright. It opened. What have we got here then? Now, shall we collect our spoils? First, our map. It says floor B. The one I found in the lounge said floor A. Then that must mean floor A is the top floor. We rode the elevator down to get this floor after all. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, moving on. Next we've got some keycards. They have an image of the moon on them. That must mean these are what the announcer was talking about. The moon keys. We've got 2 of them, just like with the sun keys. Alright, okay, you take one. Why? You're a solo. Alice and I will take the other. Ah, yes, of course. And the last prize... Let's see here. The key. This must be for the exit. Now we can leave. Right, before we leave though, I'm just gonna quickly refill this drink. I've got my water here. So just give me a second. And I'm back. Oh, didn't need to click on that. Key I found in the safe. Should be able to use this to open the exit. There we go. Okay, so now let's go. What are we waiting for then? Let's leave. What items do we still have? We still have fucking tons of shit. Oh well, that'll all disappear when we leave, I guess. A lock with a keyhole. I have the key, but it looks like it fits. Oh, I put the key away by mistake. This is the lock for the exit. It says lock right now. Time to kiss this weird ass room goodbye. I actually had a rather nice time. Whatever. I'd rather forget that any of this ever happened. 3, 2, 1. Guess what? I did it! I found it! Okay, now on to whether we're going to betray or ally.
Interesting.
What is this place? A warehouse?
Hey, look over there.
Hey, Doctor. Those doors are white.
Shall we have a look then?
Are these chromatic doors too?
They're all the same, though.
Well, this one's locked.
This one won't open either.
No luck here.
It looks like they have the same locking mechanism as the other chromatic doors.
So these will be the next door to open. We should go let the others know.
Right.
Alice and I turned to go, but Kay stayed put. Something wrong?
No. I just feel as if I've seen this warehouse before.
Wait, you've been here before? I think that maybe Kay was like in one of the government facilities to seal him away from the Radical 6 virus. Either that or, like I said before, he is just an AI.
I don't know.
Neither do I, Kay. You're such a mystery, and I do not trust you at all.
Perhaps I haven't been here. Only somewhere very similar.
You mean the Floor A warehouse?
Perhaps.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
And there's Dio opening his gate.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What the hell?
Someone else must have opened one of the AB gates.
Before we got back?
I imagine they don't care what happens to the rest of us.
Yeah, that's Dio for
That
sure.
would be the most logical explanation. In any event, we should return quickly.
Yeah. Let's get going, guys. This long ass walk back to the fucking warehouse every single time. Quark's gonna go crazy in this replay. So I'm pretty sure he didn't before. Did he? Maybe he did towards the end last time, I can't remember. I wish it would just like skip right back to warehouse A instead of showing us the whole damn route.
Sigma?
Where's Temyoji's team? Are they not back yet?
Nope. We were the first.
That's not promising.
Then wait a little longer before you open the AB gate.
It wasn't us. I tried to stop him, but...
Come on, it's not like when we open the door really affects the matches, right? It's cool.
Except if we don't get there on time, then we all die outside here.
No, it's not cool.
Your team returned quite early, Dio. Did your investigation go smoothly?
I guess.
Which room did you guys go to?
The treatment center.
Oh, that's where we went in our first run through this. Treatment center? How is that different from the infirmary?
There were these pod things.
Yeah, the freezing pods. I wonder if they worked that out.
Look, just go see for yourself, alright? I don't feel like explaining it.
Huh?
You took something from the treatment center, didn't you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You did. I saw it too.
So I'm guessing he found the syringe gun and then hid it for himself.
After we opened the safe, you grabbed something out of it and put it in your pocket.
Yep. Because that's
Show us
Dio.
what you took.
Get away from me!
Clover shoved her hand into Dio's pocket and began to dig around.
It should be in this one.
Let go!
Before Dio could push her away, Clover found what she was looking for.
I knew it!
Yeah, there's the syringe gun. An injection gun? The label on the vial says neostigmine. What's this stuff for?
I don't know, but I feel like I've heard that name before somewhere.
Give it back! I found it, so it's mine.
Hey!
With a desperate lunge, Dio managed to grab the gun back from Clover. But before she had any chance to protest,
Have any of you seen Quark?
did Quark go crazy in there?
Please!
Quark? Did something happen to him?
We found a pantry on the other side of the red door, but after we left, he just disappeared.
We've looked everywhere, but we can't find him.
Oh, I wonder if he actually killed himself because he was like had the delayed reaction. You think he's lost?
Don't you think you're being a little optimistic there?
What?
Come on, that little jerk's probably dead by now.
Yeah, I mean, Dio, you're a heartless prick, but you're probably
We've
right.
already found one corpse, right?
What the hell is wrong with you?
How could you? Why would you say such a horrible thing?
Whoa, simmer down there. Just saying it's a possibility.
It is a possibility, but when you put it like that, talking about a child, you just kind of sound like a prick, Dio. Well, even if it is, we should be all looking for him.
Yes!
As we began to file out, I saw Alice staring intently into the corner of the warehouse. It seemed strange, but looking for Quark was my priority. I turned and headed towards the magenta door. Okay, so this is all new compared to the last route. So let's see what happens now. Okay, so where's it taking us? Oh, just into the lounge, okay. Quark, are you in here? I guess not. Damn. Let's try floor B then. Okay, here we go on another adventure back towards floor B. And maybe he's in one of the other rooms now. Maybe he's just straight missing. Temyoji's team took the red door. They've probably already searched that area pretty thoroughly then. Maybe I'll try the blue door. I think that's where we went, wasn't it? Yeah. Maybe? Is that where I wanted to go? Oh no, that is where we went, okay. What? Where are you? He's not here either. Where the hell did he go?
Oh, Sigma. Any luck?
Nothing. I can't find him anywhere.
I see.
What about you? Never mind. If you found him, you'd have said something already.
Indeed. I went to the treatment center, as well as the Floor B warehouse. He was not there.
Oh well. Let's head back to the floor A.
Good idea. Perhaps the others have had more luck.
Will, did you find him?
Sorry. We couldn't find him anywhere.
I see.
Are the three of you the only others to have returned?
Yeah, we're it.
I'm guessing you guys didn't have any luck either.
Yeah, no clues or anything.
So he just straight up vanished this time. Oh, see, I said from the start, I don't trust Quark. I know he's a little kid, but I think there's a greater agenda going on here, even with his relationship with his grandfather.
I don't get it. With this many people looking, it seems like we'd be able to find him pretty fast.
I don't trust him at all.
Quark is only a child. It's possible he's become trapped in a small, enclosed space.
Well, wouldn't we at least be able to hear him calling for help?
Yeah, you're right.
Quark.
Or maybe he got into an enclosed space and then successfully managed to kill himself. Temioji's shoulders slumped. He looked old, much older than he had when we'd met. I could see tears glistening at the corners of his eyes. For just a moment, I saw him in all his pain, his fear and despair. And it felt like someone had put my heart in a vice. Then Dio appeared, and the mood suddenly changed. Has Dio found him?
Hey! You guys, come here!
Dio?
What are you standing around for? They're in the crew quarters!
What?
Just come on!
And the crew quarters. Oh, Alice is dead again. Oh my god, and Luna's dead as well this time.
No!
What's with all the people fucking dying? How?
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
Okay, so they're dead then. Not Quark. Poor Alice. There was a roaring in my ears. Breathing? Heartbeat? But my footsteps sounded muffled, as if I was hearing them through layers of cotton. I pressed a shaking hand to Alice's neck. Her skin was still warm, but the only pulse I felt was my own. Looking down, it was clear why. Something had driven into her chest so far that only the hilt was visible, and the entire front of her body was covered in blood. No one could survive something like that. I forced myself to swallow the stinging lump in my throat and turned towards Luna. Unlike Alice, at first glance she seemed unharmed. As I reached for her neck to check for a pulse, however, I saw a red mark near her jawline. Nearby on the floor sat an injection gun. I already know what I would find, but pressed my fingers to her neck and waited. Nothing. They're dead.
My God.
What on earth happened here?
That bastard killed them!
Who?
Whoever it was that killed the old lady in the AB room.
You're saying this mystery person killed Luna and Alice?
Maybe only one of them was supposed to be killed, but the murderer had to kill the other to keep them quiet.
Or perhaps they killed one another. Luna stabbed Alice in the chest, after which Alice attacked her with the injection gun.
That's pretty far-fetched. Look at Alice's clothes. No sign of a struggle. I don't think they fought.
Then were they killed somewhere else and then brought here?
See, last time, when she was on her own, it was easy to explain like how she killed herself, but this time, with another person in the room who got injected in the neck, it's not as clear cut.
No. If that were the case, there would be much less blood.
I guess that's true.
Whatever the case, we have too few clues to figure it out right now. We'd all separated to look for Quark. Any one of us could have done it.
You mean the killer is one of us?
Do you think there's someone else in here?
Well,
Do you think that Zero Sr. killed these two, as well as the old woman?
Oh, give me a break. How can you just sit around here talking?
No point in making a fuss.
Are you fucking kidding me? One of us is a killer. Can't think of a better reason to make a fuss.
I suspect you as well, Dio, though.
You
so
do
just
realize
calm
you're the
down.
most likely suspect, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, you did find the two of them.
Excuse me?
You wait until the rest of us have gathered in the warehouse. Then you kill Alice and Luna. You pretended to be the first to find them, and
Are you saying I did this?
I'm just saying it's a possibility. You don't need to get so worked up about it.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
So if you don't vote, your choice is set to ally? I guess that means Luna's vote will be ally for
Yes,
this round.
it does. Perhaps that outcome is what the killer was after.
They killed Alice and Luna for that? Then why didn't they kill me as well? That kind of rules that explanation out. Who would Luna's opponent be?
Quark and myself.
One person is missing and the others bought the farm. I'd say this old fart's the most suspicious one here.
You want to say that to my face?
Yeah, you killed her so you could get a few more points in the AB game.
Are you an idiot? How do you explain Alice? She's playing against Kay, not me!
Not quite.
I mean, Kay was with me, so...
Even without his partner
know.
Alice, Sigma will still be able to cast a vote as he wishes.
Then maybe that's why Luna died. Maybe they meant to kill Sigma, but something went wrong and they...
True. I suppose that is a possibility. But we are engaging in pure speculation here. There is little to no evidence to support any of this.
Well, I know at least I can trust Kay. I think, because he was with me during the whole time when this murder probably would have been taking place. So I think I'm gonna vote ally with him anyway, because I'm thinking it's probably Quark. I'm thinking because he's a kid, both Luna and Alice would have trusted him and let him close, and then everything kicked off, and now they're both dead. So I'm gonna ally Kay. Well, we should probably head back to the
We should take
warehouse.
their bracelets with us then.
Huh? Do they really matter anymore?
Without their bracelets, some of us would be unable to open the secondary chromatic doors.
You're pretty calm, pal. Too calm. You did it, didn't you?
No,
A
he was with me.
sterling deduction. I await your further insight. He wears a mask, therefore he is guilty, perhaps?
What did you just say? Are you fucking with me?
Knock it off. Is there really any point to arguing about this?
Agreed. We aren't getting any younger here.
I apologize. We should return to the warehouse.
Alice.
Come on, Clover. I'll go.
No! I'm not going anywhere. I can't just leave her here.
Clover.
If you don't vote, Dio might get out.
Huh?
He's got 6 BP right now.
Yeah, he does.
If you don't vote, you'll automatically ally. And I bet my left arm he'll pick Betray. That'd be 3 points, which will put him at 9. Once he's got that, there's nothing stopping him from opening the number 9 door. I'll try and pick ally, of course. But Dio's not an idiot. He'll try and stop me or get in my way somehow.
Dio will have 9 points?
What are you gonna do, Clover? If you stay here, you might be letting Alice's killer get away.
Fine. I'll do it. There's no way I'm going to let him get 9 points.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Good.
Because we've seen how that ends before.
Let's go.
Five minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
I took a deep breath and unlocked the AB room. No matter how hard I looked for answers, all I found were more questions. Who had killed Alice and Luna? Where was Quark? I wasn't in any kind of mood to play along with Zero's ridiculous games, but at this point I didn't really have a choice. I heaved a silent sigh and started towards the entrance of my AV room.
Sigma, what would you say to voting ally? I would reciprocate, of course. You have 5 BP. If we both ally, then you will gain 2 points, leaving you with 7 in total. Should you also cooperate mutually in the following round, you would gain another 2 points, bringing you to 9. Conversely, if you were to choose to betray me during this round, you would gain 3 points, for a total of 8. In other words, you will be unable to reach 9 BP until the round following this one. That being the case, choosing ally is the most logical choice.
I think he's got 6 points. No, I think he's got 5 points. Okay, so since he has got 5 points, I think allying would be logical anyway. Because either way, both of us would have to go 2 rounds, whether he betrays or I do. True, but how many points do you have? As I recall, you and Clover chose betray in the first AB game. Oh, so he's got 6. Do I trust him? Means you still have 6 BP right now. If you betray me and get another 3, you could get all the way to 9 this round.
Ah, yes, that is true. However, escaping as soon as possible is not my goal.
But you picked betray in the first round, didn't you?
That was in the interest of my own safety. As I only had 3 points at the time, the prospect of losing 2 of them was very unsettling. Now that I have 6 BP, I have some room for error.
I know he's probably playing me, but I am going to ally him, just because... Like, I know he couldn't have murdered the 2 of them because he was with me for a majority of that time. So, why wouldn't you get out of here as soon as you possibly could? And also because the mystery of his identity probably lies here, and so he's probably not in any real rush to leave until he finds out what's going on with himself.
Of course I would like to, but attempting to do so would be unwise.
Why's that?
Isn't it obvious? If I escape on my own, everyone else will be trapped here forever.
What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten what Zero told us?
Clearly I have.
The number 9 door only opens once! Once that happens, it's all over! It'll close for good after 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could get stuck.
I trust you remember now?
So, if someone opens it and escapes...
Did you not realize? Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything.
Hey, don't tell me your plan is to just leave us all in the lurch and take off by
I
yourself.
would never do that. Consider the following. If I did manage to get to 9 points before anyone else, do you think the rest of our companions would allow me to leave? Especially knowing that if they did, they would remain here for the rest of their lives?
Well, no, of course we'd stop
you.
you.
See? Working toward leaving as a group is the most logical choice for me.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Our
So,
time is nearly up. I trust you will choose wisely.
yeah, of course. You too. I have the feeling he is definitely going to betray us, but I'm still going to ally him. So let's start the Ambidex game.
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Okay, I'd made a compelling argument, but I still had to make my choice. Why would he really choose to ally? If I chose ally and he chose betray, he'd have 9 points and I'd have 2. Still, even if he did have 9 points, he might not try and escape right away. The question was, how much could I trust him? how much trust could I give a man whose face I'd never seen?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ally. Easy. I think every single time I've
Round
chosen
2
ally the first
of the
time.
Ambidex game has been completed.
Maybe I'm too trusting.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening. Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Here's the moment of truth. Yeah, of course. Okay, you prick! And yeah, of course, it makes sense that Temyoji voted to betray because Luna is dead, so they might as well take her points.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Plus, that means Quark can leave.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What?
So you did indeed choose Ally.
You tricked
I
me.
apologize.
Sigma! Fucking idiot! Now Kay's got 9 points thanks to your stupid ass.
But he's not just gonna leave us.
I apologize for taking further advantage of your trust, but
Yeah.
I will be leaving.
What? Before we could react, Kay slipped past us with speed and agility that belied his size. Okay, so this is a bad ending. I guess we've got to betray him to get the true route then. In the blink of an eye, he was standing in front of a number 9 door.
Kay! God damn it! Wait, you son of a bitch!
He didn't give any sign that he'd heard Dio, just grabbed the lever and pulled it down. And there we go.
Oh no!
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Why did you do it? I trusted you,
The
Kay.
answer is obvious. 3 people have already been murdered. If I remain, I place myself in greater danger. A simple decision, really. I'm sure you would have done.
God damn
I
it, Kay.
apologize. I do intend to contact the police as soon as I have escaped. Now then,
Kay, wait. He didn't even turn around. There has to be a situation where we can get everybody to leave there, right? That must be the true ending. It looks like no matter what we choose, that's not happening.
The number 9 door has closed.
Maybe in one of the other routes on the right-hand side of the flowchart is where we can get everyone to leave.
This ends the Nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible.
The
Please
end.
enjoy your stay.
And now we're doomed
He's
to death.
gone.
Damn it! This is all your fault, Sigma!
Yeah,
There's no point
he
to
played me like a
blaming him
fiddle.
now.
Yeah, it's not like we can open that door again.
Ah, damn it!
No, this isn't right. This can't be right. We stood there in silence, staring at the door. The only exit to the outside world, now closed forever. Our only chance of escape was now to hope that Kay would keep his word and contact the police. Alice, Luna, the old woman, who had killed them? Where had Quark gone? There were questions we still hadn't answered, but we had plenty of time now. Perhaps we still would. But not in this route. In this route, we just die. So let's save. And I'll keep that one as it was, since that's the start of our session. And then let's have a look at this route then, shall we? Yeah. Definitely the bad end there. And so after that, we want to go back to here, betray Kay, and see what happens next. So let's go there. Now let's skip this until we get back to the choice, where we can betray. See how that changes things, because we've got a whole other few pages of route here left to go.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
Now let's see if it's changed at all.
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Good, it didn't switch to ally this time. And nobody gets to leave, so we can carry on. So you pick betray.
Leading to a draw, it would seem.
You don't feel bad about it or
I
anything?
could ask the same of you.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's
I
fair.
had thought that you would choose ally.
If I had, then you'd have 9 BP right now, wouldn't you? Nice try, but I'm not going to let you out of here that easily.
As I told you before, even if I were to reach 9 BP, I would not necessarily leave immediately.
But you did though, didn't you? Because you lied.
I might choose to wait until everyone else had also reached 9 BP.
Yeah, well, I considered that. That didn't seem likely.
Then you do not trust me.
No, not really. I thought I did. Now I definitely don't.
No
Well,
need to apologize. Trust must be earned in a game like this.
says the guy who told me to trust him so that he could betray me.
Indeed. Clearly, I don't deserve to be trusted.
Nope. The honesty is refreshing, but that's really not the brightest move.
So you chose Betray too, huh? If you just picked Ally, I'd have 9 BP right now.
Why on earth would I have done that?
There's no way Clover would have chosen Ally when you had a chance to betray her and get to 9 BP.
Are you an idiot or something?
Bunch of smartasses.
I mean, if he'd have chose Ally, then both of them could have escaped in the next round. So you chose Betray.
Of course. Luna's bracelet is already off. No risk of a penalty for her now.
That brings Quark's BP up to 9.
So now Quark can
Are you
leave whenever he
worried that he
wants.
might try and get out?
Well, if he were to do so, the rest of us would be trapped here.
Bet you're all pretty happy he isn't here right now, aren't you?
Whoa, whoa, nobody's saying that.
Maybe you aren't saying it, but I know what you're thinking.
No, I trust you. I trust you, Tamiyoji. I don't trust your grandson, but I trust you.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round.
It's the Star Round Ambidex game.
Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
Yep, so we're into the infinite round now. As many times as we want, huh? I think we can skip now. No, we can't. Okay. Then, that means we can play the AB game over and over using these star keys, right?
So it would seem.
Alright, well, where do we find them?
Beyond the next set of chromatic doors.
Oh?
Yeah, that'll be it.
You found them already?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to tell you guys. Take a look at the map. There are 3 white doors in the Floor B warehouse.
White doors, huh? Maybe that's where Quark went. The warehouse on floor B, you said?
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to get through them until they open. We've still got more than 80 minutes until that happens.
Damn.
We will need to form groups of colors that can make white.
Time we had a look at all our colors then.
Yeah. Looks like they've been shuffled around again. Looks like I'm blue solo.
I'm a magenta. Pear.
As am I.
You and me, huh? Better than Dio, I guess.
Say something.
What color are you?
I'm a green solo. What's with the sigh?
Forget about it.
What about you two?
Cyan, pear.
I'm a cyan pair too.
Alice and Luna's bracelets have changed as well. Both of them are yellow pairs.
Well, whoever's partnered up with them then gets out. Then, what color is Quark?
He's a red solo. In order to open the white doors, you'd normally need, say, red, blue, and green.
But solos can't group together, right?
That's why the pairs are magenta, yellow, and cyan. Magenta is a mix of red and blue. Yellow is a mix of red and green. Cyan is a mix of blue and green. So if you combine magenta with green, you get white. And so on.
I see.
Okay then. We just need to get to the floor B warehouse when the doors open, right? I'll be taking off then.
Where do you think you're going?
Anywhere that isn't here. Hanging out with a murderer doesn't sound like a good time to me.
The guy who insists on splitting up is usually the first to bite it.
What?
And then again, loners often turn out to be killers.
Just what are you getting at, old man? You
I
think
think you're
I
either...
killed him?
Yeah. What we're getting at is that you're either going to die really quickly or you're the killer. So just stay with us, you brick.
Well, maybe, maybe not. But you're pretty damn suspicious.
You trying to start something, you wrinkled old piece of...
Hey, knock it off. We don't actually know one of us is the killer, do we?
We have no evidence of that, no. But we do know that Zero Senior is one of us, and there is an excellent chance that Zero Senior and the killer are one and the same.
Then why did he kill Alice and Luna now? If Zero Senior wanted any of us dead, he could have done it way before this. While we were, I don't know, unconscious, for instance. What's the point of setting up this whole game just to kill off 2 of your participants halfway through?
Then are you saying there's another person in here somewhere?
It's possible. I think it might be a good idea for us to all look for the killer. Well, even that old woman was here, and none of us, knew where she came from, so...
Well, we gain nothing by standing around here.
Yeah. I've got to find Quark, and soon.
If we're going to search, we should go in pairs this time.
How are we going to pair up then?
I'm not going with Kay. If he decides he feels like snapping me in half, there's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it.
I'll go with anyone besides Dio.
I don't want to go with Dio either.
Fine. He's hardly my first choice, but I'll take Dio.
What the hell?
Just figured that this way we don't have to make this into a huge argument.
Yeah, nobody wants to go with Dio.
Besides, I'm gonna be stuck with you once we go through the chromatic doors anyway. No reason to put it off.
I will go with Sigma.
Oh yeah?
Would you prefer someone else?
Nah, I guess you're okay.
That leaves me and Clover as a pair then.
Yep.
Looks like we're all set.
We'll take the cyan door on floor A and the blue door on floor B.
Alright? Clover and I'll take the magenta door and the red door.
That leaves us with the yellow and green doors then. Once we're all done, let's meet in the floor B warehouse, alright?
Got it.
See you later then.
And so now we carry on. I wonder if Cork's going to turn up alive. At this point I really doubt it, but there's no one in the infirmary. No Quark and no Killer, at least as far as I can see.
Well, there is someone here. Technically, at least.
Oh, yeah, the body of the old woman.
The old woman.
Oh yeah. She was lying silently on the bed furthest from us. If it weren't for the bloodstains on her chest and arm, her peaceful expression would have fooled most people into thinking she was just asleep. The blood had dried and darkened, and now looked like any other stain. Well, not in this picture, but okay. That was when I noticed it. Huh? Wait a minute, look at her wrist.
It seems remarkably clean.
Did Clover kill her? Because Clover and Kay came out of the room that she was in, but Clover was unconscious when they jumped out. Yeah, for some reason there's no blood on this part.
Maybe she had something on her wrist. A watch, perhaps.
A watch?
Yes. It was likely removed after she was killed. That would account for the lack of blood splatter on her wrist.
A watch, huh? I don't know, it just looks like it was kind of wide for a watch. Aren't women's watches usually thinner?
You raise a good point. Perhaps it was some kind of jewelry?
Jewellery? You mean like a bracelet or some... Oh my god, Sigma, it took you long enough to get there. Of course! Why didn't I see it sooner? Because you're dumb. This is the same size and shape as our bracelets. Look, it's exactly the same width.
Then that would mean...
She was wearing a bracelet when she was killed. She was a participant, just like us.
Are you sure? This old woman, a player in the nonary game.
Okay. Is something wrong?
Oh, no. Nothing. If you're correct, then where did the thief hide the stolen bracelet? We were quite thorough during our earlier search, but I know that I saw nothing, and none of the others reported finding a bracelet either.
Because someone stole the bracelet, then that means they've been holding on to it this whole time. They've probably still
That
got
would
it.
seem likely.
No, wait. If they've been carrying it around, the sensors in the chromatic doors would have picked it up. Without the right combination of bracelets, the secondary door would have never opened.
So our suspect is not only a killer and a thief.
Who was blocking us from making a choice in the previous round, Kay? I mean, we were all set, we made up a decision that made sense in our mind, and only you were against it because you didn't want to go with, I think it was Dio. And then, rather than just biting the bullet and going like anyone else would that had 6 points, you stood in our way and forced us to change our mind. Now, could that be because you are holding another bracelet and you knew that if we chose that choice, then the door would not open and all eyes would be on you? That's what I'm calling right now. You've got the bracelet and you killed that old woman. Just like I thought you might have before, I'm sticking to my guns now and saying you did.
But a skilled imposter as well.
What are you saying?
After killing the old woman, they put on her bracelet. In fact, it is entirely possible they are wearing it still. Yes, that would make sense.
The killer's running around with the old woman's bracelet.
Yes,
And you're telling me they're probably wearing it?
correct. Do you remember what Zero Jr. told us? Something about how the bracelet will come off if the wearer's heart stops. I don't recall the exact words. But in any event, once the old woman had died, her bracelet would have detached, allowing the killer to easily collect it,
Why?
so that they could participate in the nonary game, I imagine.
What?
I suspect the killer was someone who was not originally intended to be a participant. For whatever reason, however, they were willing to go to great lengths to ensure that they were.
See, I see a motive here for Clover to do it because Alice is a part of the game. But I see reason for Kay to be suspicious following the incident. So I just don't know. I don't know who it could have been. Unless, like, the fact that they came from the place that the woman was dead is a big red herring and it was someone else entirely. I don't know.
To that end, they killed the old woman, who was one of the original participants, and took her place.
But why would someone do that?
That?
Sorry, I just had to close a message that came up. My brother messaged me. He's back from his honeymoon. I'll get to it after stream.
I have no idea. Certainly they must have a goal of some sort. You would have to be mad to choose to come here.
So why did you choose it, Kay?
But as to what that goal is, and how the killer intends to achieve it, I'm afraid I do not have even speculation.
Huh. That's interesting.
Have you noticed something?
Well, there's blood all over the old lady's arm, except for right here, since that's where the bracelet was. And the bracelet the killer stole should have blood on it.
Right.
But none of us is wearing a bloody bracelet.
Sigma, please tell me you're kidding. The killer would have, of course, wiped the blood off.
On what though? We only came here in our clothes.
Only a fool would walk around with a bracelet covered in blood.
So you're saying they cleaned
Yes.
it?
Have you discovered something?
The luminol. Okay, I know how we can identify the killer.
Oh?
We just need some of that luminol. It doesn't matter how well they cleaned it, there should be some traces of blood left.
Aha, I see. That could very well work. We should have everyone gather in the rec room then. That is where the luminol was, I believe.
Yeah. First we need to finish looking for Quark though. We've still got the infirmary and everything beyond the green door. Once we're done with that, we can head back to Floor B to meet up with everyone else.
Understood. Shall we go then?
Okay. So let's finish our search for Quark, which will likely turn up empty-handed, and then we can suspect everyone and see what happened. I guess we'll probably find out who the murderer was then. Which would be good, because this mystery's been sitting with us for like several weeks now as we've been playing with this. It'd be nice to have this solved. There's 3 doors here too.
The same as what we found on the other side of the blue door.
But it looks like 2 of them are already unlocked.
So it does. The center and rightmost doors both say open. Perhaps the layout here is different.
Huh. Why is the Arachnis door open? I thought only one of them opened at a time. Whatever. Let's take the door on the right first. Gorlam Bay? Gowlam? Well, this is a new room entirely. And it just loops back on itself. Huh? What's this room?
That looks like a workbench of some sort.
Maybe, but what sort of work? Well, we're here to find Quark, not look at a workbench. You go check out the far end, alright?
Very well.
Nothing. He's not here either. Hey, Kay. How's it going over there? Kay. Can you hear me? Kay was bent over with his back to me, peering underneath the thing that looked like a workbench. What the hell? I walked towards him, and as I spoke... Hey man, what's going on here?
Oh, nothing.
I bent down and saw he was staring at something that appeared to be a safe. It's empty.
Yes.
Was there something in there before?
No, it was empty when I found it.
Was it?
Yes.
Then what are you doing staring into an empty safe?
I was thinking. Specifically, I was thinking about who opened this safe.
Wouldn't that have been the team that went through the green door? It was Quark. I'm guessing this was Quark. This is where he went and this is what he was doing. He was in this room. I think that was Dio, Phi, and Clover.
No, that's unlikely. When we met up with Dio, he told us that he had been in the treatment center. The nameplate on this door says this is the Golem Bay, however.
Golem, okay. So you're saying they didn't go here?
I believe that is the case. Which, as you can see, is why I was puzzled. If Dio, Phi, and Clover did not open this safe, who did?
Well, there's no point thinking about it. We should get back.
Yes, and there was another unlocked door, wasn't there?
Yep. Let's get moving then.
This is the room that Dio visited.
Excuse that. I forgot to read it. Don't you think that's kind of strange? Until now, all the chromatic doors have led to a single room each. So why are there two rooms on the other side of the green door?
An excellent question.
We can talk to the others later, I guess, and see if they know anything. Kay and I split up and began to look for places where Quark might have hidden, or small holes he might have escaped through. Huh? What are these?
They must be the treatment pods Dio mentioned.
The window's all covered with frost on the inside. I can't see in.
Shall we open it?
Yeah, might as well. Have at it.
What?
Why is Quark in there? But they didn't say they put him in there, unless Quark went back to go in there? Quark? No. Oh no. His bracelet, it's... Oh god, it's because he's frozen. It came off because he was frozen.
Hold on, Sigma. Calm down. Look at his chest. Can you see it moving?
What? I quickly pressed a finger to Quark's wrist. It was faint, but his heartbeat was there. He's alive. He's alive!
What a relief. I'm so glad to know he's safe.
I laughed out loud and grabbed Kay in a bear hug, or at least as much as one as I could manage. He patted me on the back and shared what I thought might have been a relieved chuckle. But if he's still alive, why is his bracelet off? Zero Jr. said it would only come off when you died.
Perhaps Zero Senior took it off?
What?
I
Why?
have no idea.
Then maybe Zero Senior brought Quark here and put him in this pod thing too? Well, even if he did, we don't have any way to know why.
This pod is for medical treatment. Perhaps Quark has contracted some sort of illness.
He's sick? What has he got?
How would I know that? In any event, we should return and let the rest of our companions know that we found Quark. I imagine Tenmyoji in particular will be pleased.
I mean, we know he's sick. He's got Radical 6, but did we know that in this route? I guess not. Yeah, I bet. Do you think you can carry him?
No,
Or...
I believe it would be best to leave Quark here. As I mentioned, there is a chance he has fallen ill. If so, then removing him from the pod would be dangerous. The treatment he is currently undergoing could be compromised.
Oh,
I'll close the pod's cover then. Is that alright?
yeah. Sure. Wait, I just thought of something. Are you sure he's going to be alright?
What do you mean?
Well, what happens if he wakes up? Can he open that thing on his
He'll
own?
be fine. I noticed a lever inside that can be used to open the cover. So long as no one locks the pod, he should be able to leave whenever he wants.
But if someone locks him in, he's screwed.
Yes, that is what I said. But you needn't worry. You see? I have not engaged the lock. Now, we should return to the Floor B warehouse. I imagine the others are already there.
Right, yeah. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we found Quark. Yay. We're still no closer to finding out the mystery of that other room there.
You're late.
You're one to talk. How much earlier did you get back again? I'd be surprised if you searched at all.
This is it?
Yeah, Clover and Tenmyoji still aren't back.
So, find anything?
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah? Well, go on, spill it.
I explained to them how we'd found Quark in the treatment center.
I see. Oh, that's good to hear.
Jerk, making us all worried.
There is more.
And that is?
There is still some cause for concern.
Just spit it out.
Quark may have contracted an illness of some sort. As such, he has been left in the treatment pod.
Will he be alright?
Yeah, he'll probably...
Probably? Do you even...
Whatever, at least we found him. Pretty lucky he's alive, too.
What do you mean by that?
I mean what I said, genius. I'm glad he's not dead, aren't you?
As equivocal as ever, I see.
How kind of you to say so.
So, was Quark all you found? The way you were talking made it sound like there was something else.
Yeah, I'll explain that after Tenmyoji and Clover get back. There's something I wanted to ask about first. When you went through the green door, did you search 2 different rooms?
2?
No, just the treatment center.
I see. And what was the other one?
What do you mean, the other one?
You know where there's that intersection with 3 doors? Well, when Kay and I went there, 2 of the doors were unlocked. You guys unlocked the one that went to the treatment center when you went through the green door. But the other one...
Who could have opened it?
Don't look at me. I told you, we only opened the one that went to the treatment center.
Could it have been Zero Senior?
I don't know.
So did you and Kay go through the other door? What
Yeah.
was in there?
Nothing really.
It appeared to be some sort of room for servicing something.
That doesn't make any sense. So what the hell was whoever opened that door looking for?
Who knows?
Tenmyoji and Clover are running rather late. Should we go and look for them?
Nah, there's something I want to check first.
It's never easy with you, is it?
Well, let's get it over with. Huh.
This is the rec room. Dio and I came here earlier when we were looking for Quark.
So why are we here?
So we can switch off the lights.
Was there something here you needed to see?
I said nothing and instead made my way over toward the cabinet. Inside was the luminol. I reached in and pulled it out, and then headed to the light switch and flipped it. The room went dark, and I headed back to where the others were still standing.
Whoa, whoa, what is this? You gonna start telling ghost stories or something?
Why, you scared of ghosts?
You're kidding me, right?
Then show me how brave you are. Stick out your bracelet. You two fight, please.
Our bracelets?
Yeah. I want to see the underside of them.
What do you mean by that?
I mean the side on the bottom. The side that doesn't have a display on it. Come on, you're really gonna make me explain this?
I know what you mean. What I'm asking is what the hell you think you're...
Just do it. It's not hard.
Should I also participate?
No, you're fine, Kay. Your bracelet is a little different from ours. But I'll join in just to make it fair. There was a brief moment of hesitation before Dio and Phi stuck out their arms. I held mine out as well, wrist pointed upwards.
This okay?
Yeah. Just hold it like that for a moment. As fast as I could, I pulled the luminol from my pocket and sprayed it across all three of our wrists.
Ugh. Cold. What the hell, man?
Dio jerked his arm back with a shout. Don't see anything glowing. Phi's bracelet is clean. So is mine, of course.
That leaves only Dio.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'll explain in a minute. Just show me your bracelet. Is something wrong? Just show it to me. Come on, Dio, we don't have time for this.
Why do I have to do what you tell me to?
Because I'm trying to prove your innocence.
Oh, like hell you are. I don't know what you're looking for. But you're not gonna find it on me.
Then just show me your arm.
No! You don't get to order me around. I have rights!
As he spoke, Dio made a break for the exit. He didn't get
I'm
far.
afraid I can't let you do that, Dio.
Alright, HAL 9000, calm down. He spun around toward the other exit. Stop
Right.
him!
Don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
All three of us leapt at the air. Oh, animation and everything, Jesus. His bracelet is glowing. I knew it. Bracelet's glowing. Then that means...
Let me go! Get off of me, you fuckers!
Dio, you killed the old lady.
No! You don't understand! This is all some kind of... a mistake! Shit!
You're the mistake here, Dio.
What's going on here? I think it's about time you gave us the full story.
As quickly as I could, I explained to Phi what Kay and I had noticed on the old woman's wrist.
So the person with the bloody bracelet would have to be the person who killed her.
Yeah, exactly. Even if they'd wiped it off, I figured the luminol would still react to the blood. Looks like I was right. We've got you, dear. You might as well confess. Well,
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it.
okay.
I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Are
Why?
you Zero?
No, I was under orders. I was sent here to do something.
Who was ordering Dio? What the fuck? To do
Who
what?
gave you this order?
I'll die before I tell you.
So your orders were more important than Alice and Luna's lives?
Oh, whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I killed the old lady, but that's it. I don't know anything about what happened to Alice and Luna.
That wasn't you?
Tread carefully, Sigma. This man is not to be trusted. He has already shown he is willing to lie and kill.
Come on, I'm telling the truth. You gotta believe me.
Even if we do believe you, you're still a killer. You just haven't killed as many people.
Yeah.
Exactly. He should be restrained somehow. If we leave him be, he may well kill again.
Where would
Is
we
there a
put him?
room we can lock or anything?
Ah, perhaps we could put him in one of the treatment pods.
Just fucking freeze him, okay.
Once we've locked it, he should be unable to escape.
Oh yeah.
Hey, wait! I'll be good, I promise.
Yeah, I think you're onto something, Kay. Let's go with
Come
that.
on, please. Hey, listen to me.
We'll let you out when the white door's open. Someone's going to need your bracelet to open the secondary door.
Don't fuck with me, you guys. There's no way in hell I'm going in that thing. Let go! Let me go! God damn it! I told you assholes to let me go! You can't do this! Stop! Stop! Please stop!
Oh my god, well it's about time Dio fucking got what was coming to
Please!
him.
No, you can't! Ah!
Open this fucking thing! I said open it, goddammit!
I don't think so.
Ugh! You're gonna pay for this! When I get out of here, I'm gonna fucking end you!
So, I guess we figured out who the murderer was. And we found Quark.
Now all that's left to do is find Clover and Tenmyoji.
Yeah.
Why don't we head back to the warehouse and start from there? They may have already returned.
Good point.
Let's go.
Oh my god. These fucking slow ass transitions there. Huh. Looks like they aren't back yet.
Perhaps they went to look for us.
Oh man. Now we've got to go look for them.
How much time until the white doors open?
50 minutes.
Then I don't think we really need to hurry yet. Why don't we wait a little longer? For all we know, they're on their way back right now.
Yeah, where the fuck are they though? I mean, they must be dead at this point, right? Okay, and I nodded.
By the way, there was something I wanted to ask you guys about.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Quark's bracelet. When we found him in the pod, he wasn't wearing it. Why?
How should I know? I mean, you probably should have brought that up, Sigma.
Presumably, it had been taken off before we found him.
So we have no idea where it is.
Pretty much.
I see. That's not good. Without that bracelet, we won't be able to continue the game. We need 3 bracelets to open the secondary door. If we lose one...
Oh no. We won't be able to go through the secondary door.
Yeah.
Who would be pairing up with Quark?
Quark's bracelet should be a red solo. That would mean he'd be with the Cyan pair.
Who's the cyan better?
Clover and Tenmyoji.
Okay.
The two people who are missing.
Quark's bracelet is gone, and his two teammates have disappeared.
What's going on? Does that mean Clover and Tenmyoji took the bracelet?
Well, if they found Quark before you did, yeah, there's a good chance they did.
Then why aren't they back yet?
Perhaps they've already gone through the white door.
What? No, that's not possible. The primary doors haven't even opened yet.
Perhaps someone opened one of them.
How?
I don't know. But it's happened before. Remember the 3 doors on the other side of the green door? Someone made one of them open. Perhaps this is the same thing.
I don't know how that happened though. But that's against the rules.
Yes, I know. But if the person opening the doors is Zero Senior, do you really think the rules matter? Zero Senior controls the entire game.
So are you saying Clover or Tenmyoji is Zero Senior?
Or Quark.
It is a possibility. It would explain why they still haven't shown up.
Could they really have taken Quark's bracelet and gone through one of the white doors?
If they did, we don't know where they went until the doors open for the rest of us. We won't know until where they went. Sorry.
So I would assume.
This is still all just speculation though. Maybe we should go look for them again. One of us can stay behind so that we don't miss them if they come back.
Okay, I'll stay.
Sigma and I will go see if we can find them then.
Make sure you get back 5 minutes before the door opens, alright? Oh, and don't forget to bring Dio with you.
Of course. Okay, let's go there then. This is the pantry?
So it would appear.
Spoilers for another puzzle room. Oh, looks like they're not here.
When we started looking for Quark, they were sent off to search everything beyond the red door, which would have meant this room.
Not gonna do us any good to hang around here though. Let's head upstairs.
Very well.
You know, we've still not heard anything about the bomb. Because in one of the routes, the one where I had that puzzle activate that shape, I think it was the Tenmyoji extended route. We got a bomb code at the end, didn't we? To defuse a bomb or something? We still not actually heard anything about a bomb, and that code was code number 1, which implies there's more than one code. Maybe in some of these routes we're going to encounter some bombs? No one here either, huh? Tenmyoji loves scotch so much I thought we might find him here drinking some. It was around that time that I noticed Kay was acting strangely. He was staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way that we probably would have described as blankly if I could have actually seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
Oh, no. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask...
Right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I've gotten so used to the suit I kind of forgotten that you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? You still don't remember anything?
Well, actually, I did remember A little.
Really?
Yes,
What did you remember?
my father.
When did you remember that? Oh my god, fucking hell, did it just pop up out of nowhere? Sigma, what is wrong with you?
Please.
And
don't
Clover
joke.
too.
This is serious.
Sorry, yeah, you should be sorry, Sigma, that was the worst. So you remembered who your father was?
Yes.
What about your mum?
I don't seem to have one.
Oh. So your dad raised you?
Well,
Case stopped for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him.
I was raised in the facility where my father worked.
Oh my god, that fucking baby Kay.
He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older. That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but the only times he wasn't working were the times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had was with the education software he'd given me. I suppose I was a fairly expressionless child then. We developed body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with, I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as part of her family, and in several, the mother, father and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought, I would be so happy. So for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working and, as usual, was making his way toward his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. He looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, "Okay." I remember to this day how happy I was in that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather her ID number, they were dashed. He had given me a robot to play the part of a mother. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to do. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. And he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He'd never scolded me for anything before. At first I was surprised, then angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered the robot to take care of me and shoot us out of his lab. The robot was very convincing and she smiled and spoke as if she were a real person, but I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. You can talk to a robot and it will respond, but in the end you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I'd wanted, I still had the education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course, it was only programmed to look that way. The robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We'd never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him, but I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd ever seen apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment, I thought my father had created a new robot, but when I told her, she laughed and explained that she had come to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling me the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately, though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. So far as we are in this story, I'm thinking that he doesn't even realise that he's a robot and an AI, but he was raised in a lab because that's exactly what it is. And the reason why his father was surprised how he turned away from his robot mother is because he wasn't expecting the AI to expect more than a machine. He wasn't expecting the AI to not believe that he himself was a machine. And that's what Kay is. I'm guessing that's where this is going. Ultimately though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine that the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I had never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said, I would need to be more polite. Having eaten alone for my entire life, manners had never been something I'd even thought about. My father got in trouble too when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. Maybe she's a robot too, but he just told her not to say that she's a robot, or never even told her that she's a robot and she thinks she's a person. Oh my god, this has so many layers to it. Robots on robots. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time. The room we considered our living room changed too. Before it had just been another room, but she made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. For a little while, every day I got to the family I'd longed for ever since I was a child. At a suggestion, I started to help my father's research. He specialised in genetic engineering, and I discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like a father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I'd learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful, but most importantly, I was happy. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye, until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Their tone was serious, so I listened in, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she had planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I've thrown myself into would lead to her death? I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I'd been helping with was working toward. Perhaps, I thought, I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I'd bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. I had been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue in his place. I was stunned. So yeah, damn, okay. He's a clone at best and AI at worst, I guess. I was furious with my father, and with her, and even with the research I poured myself into for 4 years. There was only one thing to do. Destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor and with it the entire facility. But she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I'd misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life, or... Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live. Even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she'd shown me had been real. She made me feel as if I had a family, a real family, and that was something I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help to repay that favor. Am I an AI of their son? Is Kay, sorry. I'm getting into this first person. Is Kay an AI of their son that died? Or something like that? They had that son together and now she's given up her life to forward this research that will in some way keep him alive. Through Kay? I don't know. Or through what he's doing, or from what his purpose is. Oh, this is bringing up so many cool questions there. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy, normal life together, but she couldn't. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she had wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realised then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me and hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future when no one would have to die, but I refused to listen. What good was a potential future for me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand to think that she would give her life for a man I'd never even seen. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that is why I lost my memory. Damn, Kay, sitting on that one. Kay let out a deep, tired sigh.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time.
It's okay.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
So you remember almost everything?
No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events.
Huh.
Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I laid down for a bit?
What's wrong?
I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Well, the same thing happened with 7 before, didn't it, in 999? So, I'm willing to believe this.
I think I just need to rest.
Okay. Take as long as you need. I think that old woman that was dead might be the woman in this. And she knew she'd have to die because it was part of this whole situation. I'll go look for Clover and Temyoji myself.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Does that mean that Kay is Zero Jr. then? I don't know, maybe I'm just jumping at conclusions here, jumping at straws. But either way, this is pretty crazy. Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. Well, guess I better get moving then. So I just gotta go pick up fucking Dio by myself. But yeah, he's gonna kill me. I stepped out of the room and nearly ran into Fi. What are you doing? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse.
Yeah, I know. I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up. Judging by your face, you haven't found them either. Damn. Where's
Yeah.
Kay?
He's in the lounge.
You decided to split up?
Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for my answer, she opened the door to the lounge and walked in. I'm guessing he's not there. I'm guessing he left right away.
What's up
no,
with him?
okay. I guess he's not feeling too well. He said he wanted to rest for a
Is
bit.
he alright?
I think so. We should leave him alone right now, though. Remember, there's a real reason inside that. There's a real person inside that suit. I'm sure he's just tired.
Tired, huh? How are you feeling?
What?
I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock.
Really? I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. I mean, all of a sudden I wake up trapped in some weird-ass game and then dead bodies start turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed I've managed to hold on to my sanity for this long. Just about everything here makes absolutely zero sense. The more I try and figure any of it out, the more I feel like my brain's just gonna melt and run out of my ears. You know what I'm talking about, right? We managed to figure out who the killer was, but there's still 100 other questions we have no idea about. Where the hell are we? Why are we even here? What's this whole nunnery game for? And what is Zero Senior up to? Hell, what about who Zero Senior is? The rabbit said he was one of us, but... do you think it's Dio?
Who knows?
Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed them. He said he was ordered to do it, but... and there's more too. What about the old lady? Who is she? What's her deal? Hell, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anybody here. I don't even know anything about you, Fi.
Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you?
No, that's not it.
I'm just like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too.
She trailed off. She did kind of trail off. Huh? You heard that, right?
Yeah, it came from the hallway.
Let's go have a look. Is that more people dead?
There's nobody here.
Maybe they got on the elevator?
Let's try hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs.
Okay, well, there's that then.
Thought so.
Let's go. What's happening? Every time I feel like we're solving a little something, like 10 more somethings crop up. We are slowly filling in the picture. We're just trying to find the details and then realizing that there's more shit in the picture every time we fill in a detail. Which way? Where do you think they went?
Let's just head for the green door.
Why?
Because the treatment center's there. That's where Dio and Quark are.
So?
You aren't worried? I just want to make sure they're safe.
They're fine. Tenmyoji or Clover probably made that noise. Or maybe both of them. But I don't think they'd hurt Quark or Dio.
Are you sure?
Huh?
Dio admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. What if he's telling the truth?
Are you serious? You're gonna believe him?
Doesn't matter. I just want to know if they're safe. No harm in being careful.
Alright, fine. I'm guessing this is empty then. We headed to the first pod. I cracked open the top and lifted it back. Oh no, it's not empty. Well, colour me surprised. That was Quark, sound asleep. See?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I was probably getting worried for nothing. How about Dio?
Let's open his. And he's dead. Well, okay. What the hell?
Check his pulse.
It was pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead. But I did it anyway. Yeah. He's dead.
Look. The oxygen level for his pod says 0%.
So we just made him suffocate. Jesus. And that means he asphyxiated. But
Someone
why?
must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels.
Who? Kay?
Look, we should go tell Kay about this. Come on, let's go.
Without waiting for me to follow, Fi turned and ran off. I took a deep breath and followed. Fi and I burst into the lounge and ran up to Kay. Kay, wake up. Something's happened. When he didn't move, I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook. He twitched and quickly sat up.
What is it?
We explained about how we'd found Dio dead, and how it looked like he died of asphyxiation. It appeared that someone had reduced the oxygen level of his pod to 0.
What? But why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman, Alice, and Luna. Then who killed him, if he was the murderer?
The only people who could have done it are Clover and Tenmyoji.
There's also Quark.
What? No. That's impossible. Are you suggesting Quark woke up, opened his pod from the inside, killed Dio, and then went back to sleep? Well, his pod wasn't locked. We left it unlocked.
No, I'm just saying that strictly speaking, it's a possibility. So just, you know, take it into consideration.
I am taking it into consideration, Fi, even if Sigma isn't, because I still don't trust that little brat. Even less so now.
Well, in that case, Fi, I hate to say it, but doesn't that mean that you could have done it?
Me?
Yes. You could have done it any time after Sigma and I left the Floor B warehouse.
Don't give me that. I was waiting for Clover and Tenmyoji to show up. They never did though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then I bumped into Sigma in front of the lounge.
She went on to explain about the sound we'd heard.
I see. So you heard something. Then perhaps it is likely that Clover and Tenmyoji were at fault.
Were the two of you together the whole time you were investigating?
Yes, we were.
You never split up or anything?
Oh,
In any event, we don't have a great deal of time to discuss it.
oh, 7 minutes until the next doors. Shit. Oh crap. We've only got 7 minutes until the primary doors open.
Alright. Let's get back to the Floor B warehouse. Maybe Clover and Tenmyoji are already there.
Oh, where is Dio's bracelet?
Okay, before we carry on, let me just look at that flowchart, because I could swear there wasn't another room. Oh my god, maybe there is another puzzle room, because we're still in the first fucking scene. After the choice, according to this. Damn, okay. His what?
Huh?
You didn't take it? Dio was a green solo. Phi and I are the magenta pair.
Shit. You're right. Without Dio's bracelet, we won't be able to open the secondary door.
I fear not.
Then we need to hurry. We'll drop by the treatment center on the way back and grab the
All
bracelet.
three of us don't need to go. You two go on ahead. I'll get the bracelet.
Alright.
Oh, one other thing. I need to give you these.
The yellow pair bracelets? These Alice's and Luna's?
Yes. Without these, you would be stuck. So, here you are. Please, take them.
I grabbed the bracelets and shoved them into my pocket.
Alright, let's get going.
Oh, and of course Quark's bracelet was taken as well. Shit. They're not here.
Maybe they did go through the door, like Kay said.
With Quark's bracelet?
Or
what? Oh, come on, man. You better not give me that maybe they're already dead crap. I got enough of that from Dio. You've got to be kidding me. This isn't funny, Phi. If you're right, then you, Kay, Quark, and I are the only people still alive in here.
Hey, lay off. I want to believe they're alive too, but
We heard a noise and turned. And it'll be Kay.
I apologize for keeping you.
did you get Dio's bracelet?
Well, technically, yes, but...
Huh?
Best you just see it. This is what I found in Dio's pod.
Ah,
What?
shit, it's broken. What the hell?
I assume whoever murdered Dio did this.
Or maybe Dio did it so he didn't have to suffocate to death? Just like tried fucking breaking it against the pod. So it would think he's cheating and just activate. But why? There's no point.
I can't say for sure, but if I were to guess...
And those are our doors open.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
With a bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door.
That means Kay and I will.
Oh no. Shit. You're gonna...
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll be penalized.
They sure will.
I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay. That's why they broke the bracelet.
I think so. It makes the most sense.
How can you be so calm? In 5 minutes you're gonna be...
Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those.
Jesus, so we're gonna be on our own for this now.
So just...
Fuck that. You know I can't just ditch you guys like that.
But if you stay here, you'll...
You think I don't know that? But what kind of monster am I if I just leave you here to die? Ugh. God damn it. This was bad. What was I going to do? I needed to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had... Dio's injection gun. Was that clips from Clover's Path as well?
First is an anesthetic called Soparil Beta. The other is a muscle
Oh.
relaxant called Tubocurarine.
That was all clip. Well, that was some clips out in that from Clover's story. So I'm guessing if I hadn't already done Clover's ending there, then it probably would have been all to be continued, and then everyone died. But obviously, I've done Clover's route, so it's just going to continue.
Your bracelet also has a bunch of needles on the inside. If you break the rules, those needles hop out and inject you.
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. That means it's sort of an antidote for tubocurine. I knew it!
It's back! I found it, so it's mine.
So Dio's corpse has the tubocurine. Oh, and I just got an achievement as well. I don't know if that shows up in my stream, but I got an achievement, so yes, that would have been a to be continued bit. Of course. The antidote.
The antidote?
I didn't have time to explain. I took off running towards the exit. Oh, I can go in with them to open the door, I guess? And then take the antidote so I don't die? Maybe? Or maybe there's enough antidote in there to do two? I don't know. Let's just see how this unfolds. Oh wow, actual animation.
Sigma, where are you going?
Stay here. I'll be right back. I bolted out of the warehouse toward the treatment room. He's gonna go get that injection gun out of Dio's coat. You know, assuming it's still there. And we can see what happens next. Hey Dio, what's up? I think Dio put it in his pocket. Come on, come on, come on. Please still have it. Sweat was pouring down my face, but I didn't bother to wipe it off. There wasn't time. I dug frantically through Dio's coat until... Aha! Found it. Oh. There's only one dose. The injection gun uses the whole bottle at once. Shit. I can't save both of them.
1 minute remains
Ooh,
until chromatic
sprint.
doors close.
Well, it's not as if we could even inject it into Kay to begin with, and I doubt, like I say, that he's even a human being, so we're just going to have to give it to Phi then, I guess. And then I can carry on. What, 1 minute? Shit. I spun around and shot out of the treatment center.
Three, 2, 1. Chromatic doors closing.
No. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh dear.
Sigma.
There was a sharp, quick ping in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. This would be the anesthetic, Soparil. I blinked, and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor. No. I couldn't fall asleep. I had to give one of them the antidote before my bracelet injected me with tubocurine. With every ounce of strength I could muster, I forced my eyes back open. Kay and Phi lay limp on the floor in front of me. Wait, does that mean that he got the anesthetic then? Does that mean he is a human? Oh, I don't know. This is just confusing me now. In my right hand, I could feel the injector gun with its precious cargo. I could only pull the trigger once. Who was I going to choose? Phi or Kay? No, what was I thinking? There was only one answer. Phi. I didn't even have a choice. After all, Kay's entire body was covered in impenetrable metal. I'm sorry, Kay. I summoned up as much energy as I could and dragged myself toward Phi. After what felt like an eternity, I was finally within arm's reach. With no time to waste, I pressed the gun into her arm and pulled the trigger.
Sigma, what the hell did you...
I injected you with neostigmine. It's a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. Cholinesterase inhibitor, that's what I'm going with. It's the antidote to the muscle relaxant.
Why did you pick me?
Because I can't use the injection gun on Kay. It'd never get through the metal.
Then why didn't you inject yourself?
Guess you've got a point. Honestly, it didn't even cross my mind.
You're the biggest idiot on the planet.
Hey, come on. Is that any kind of thing to say to somebody who's about to die? How about something more tender?
No. Screw this. I don't want to live if it means being in debt to you. No goddamn way. I'm not gonna...
Her words slurred and slowed, and her eyes fluttered closed. She wasn't dead, of course. I could hear the faint sound of her breathing and see her chest rise and fall. Good. Phi's going to be okay. But Kay? I looked over in his direction. That was when I noticed it. Open. There's a hole here on the back of your head. Yeah, it looks like if you insert something, it'll open, but... So maybe if you put some kind of key in there?
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
Wait. Then he... One could have... How he got in it didn't really matter anymore, but what did matter that was Kay had been able to remove his armor, and he had. So Kay murdered Dio? Holy shit, then that would mean Dio's killer is... I coaxed as much strength as I could from my increasingly lethargic body and crawled towards Kay. Kay, wake up! Come on, talk to me. I grabbed his shoulder and shook him until he finally shifted and spoke.
Sigma.
I just need to know one thing. Did you kill Dio? You weren't sleeping, were you? After I left, you took off your armor. You didn't want to go to the same way that I had, so you took the other door. After you went the long way around through the warehouse and the crew quarters, you headed for the elevator. doesn't really have to show us that, it just explained it. I bumped into Fi and we went back to the lounge to check on you. We saw you. Or we saw your armor, I guess. By then you would have been out of it. While we were in the lounge, you went to the treatment room and killed Dio. Must have turned off the oxygen to his pod, though he probably didn't stick around to make sure he died. I'm betting you were in a hurry to get back before Fi and I noticed something was up. Once you got back to floor A, you needed us out of the lounge, so you made a noise in the hall to lure us out. Then you ran around and took the long way back to the lounge so you could enter through the rear door. That meant having to run through the warehouse as well. That was super risky. Once you were there, you put your suit on again and waited for us. As soon as we found Dio's body, we did exactly what you'd expected. Okay, wake up. Something's happened. You pretended to wake up, very disorientated and confused. What is it? Come on, Kay. I'm almost out of time. Did you kill Dio?
Yes.
Oh, he did. Shit.
Your reasoning is correct. I killed him. Because I couldn't forgive him. He took the life of someone very important to me.
So the woman is the woman that he was talking about then. Which means that he was put there. Which means that he could very well be Zero.
I couldn't.
Who did he kill?
The old woman.
What?
She was like mother to me.
Of course she was. She was who you're talking about. This is what I was saying before.
She showed me how to see meaning in my life.
Wait, are you saying?
Yes, I am. She was the woman who came here when I was 18.
Whoa, hold on. What do you mean here? Is this the research facility?
Unfortunately, we are out of time. There's something I have to tell you. I made a promise that you would hear it. Do you understand?
A promise that I would? What?
This is very important.
What the fuck is happening?
You must pay attention.
Oh, don't die now.
Cannot forget.
Forget. It wasn't making sense. I was about to die. How on earth would I be remembering anything for more than a few seconds? In a different reality, that's how you're gonna remember.
If you see a lion with two heads devouring the sun, remember these letters. M-I-L-K-E-V-O-L-I.
Milkavoli.
This will open the second gate.
Okay, so now we've got a code for bomb number 1 and a password for gate number 2. All like brought together through different realities of the same situation. What is all this building towards there? What the hell? Hey, Kay! Who told you to tell me this? No. Who are you? Show me. Show me who you really are. I grabbed a hold of Kay's mask and tore it off. What? No, that's impossible. That face. It's my face. I felt a sharp pain in my left wrist, and my body collapsed unceremoniously. The second drug, Tubucurin. My vision began to blur, and my head felt unnaturally heavy. The world faded away, and my consciousness slipped down into the cold, dark waters of nothingness. So damn, Kay is me? Oh, this is insane. Alright, let's skip these credits. We don't need to sit here. We've already seen the credits, so we get another achievement through the looking glass. And Kay's ending. Which we can now save. But damn. Holy shit. Some massive revelations in that story. Now let's see, with that revelation... Oh no, I don't want to overwrite, I want to go back to the flowchart. There we go. With that revelation, have we unlocked? No. No, we have not unlocked this route yet. We still need to do something else. We still need to find some other key piece of information to finish that route. I don't know what that could be. So I guess the next call of action would be to go down this route, which I guess is the only other available door. I'm not sure what that could be there. I can't really remember. Let's go there. Let's go to the choice. And then I think after we find out what our next course of action is, I think I should end stream for tonight because it's a little too late to get into a new route. So let's just see what the lay of the land is and what our next choice is. So when we tried to go through the red door with Clover, that didn't work. And then we went through the blue door with Kay, because that's what happened when we tried to go through with Clover. So I guess on this one we'll be going through the green door with Luna. So yeah, Alice and I will go with Luna, and we can do that next time. Because for now, we're done. We're done. We got our extra ending. We did a whole other route, and now it's time for us to say goodbye. So thank you everyone that has been coming and going to watch this, and I will see you for more Virtue's Last Reward on Sunday, where we can finish this route and find out what happened.